Well, you might have seen it, but you may not believe it. The Multan Sultans have finally been beaten in this season of the HBL PSL 7. It was Lahore Qalandars, and who better to talk about the unbelievable than the unbelievable Danny Morrison?
Mrs. Cutting, very excited to see you and be with you here in Pakistan. And I'm pleased in a way that Multan have sort of got it sort of out the way, as it were, before the business end of this season 7 on HBL PSL gets into it more in depth.
Oh yes! Oh yes! They come roaring back. It's huge as a victory, this.
When I look at Lahore, though, playing in front of this home crowd, as it were, at Gaddafi, were always going to be hard to stop when they breached 180. I think in a way, Multan are disappointed they let them get to past 170 even, let alone 182. So, you know, when you look at the way Fakhar Zaman went about things, talent, you know, Rizzi showed a bit too, glimpses of it.
Shot. That's nicely played. What a player he was. Syed Anwar. Get playing. He'll get a couple of fours. You're not catching up with it here. It's a fast out.
Looks for the wrong and a lot. That is the wrong one. And he's hit that a mile.
Holes he's going to hit big. Just giving enough air. Imran Bahir and straight down the ground goes. It's a power hit from Fakhar Zaman. I reckon they should go for a concussion check there for the camera.
Brilliant from Fakhar Zaman. 50 for him. 31 balls. Clever wrong ones from Tahir. So he can't drag it leg side. Has he got enough on it? Yes. Straight down the ground. That sex. That helps. 20,000 Pakistan rupees. Galut low. Thanks very much in the kitty. It's a lovely shot right out of the screws. Tahir knew about it right there.
Absolutely forcing. You see him in that shot. Is not quite to it.
And then even the Professor, you know, Hafiz, who started so slow, and thought, what is he doing? Why did he send him out? You know, because I think he was about 8 from about sort of 15 balls and struggled, but then he got going and he ended up getting a nice little 40-odd.
Still there. Fakhar Zaman. Again, slow delivery. Played 359 T20 games in his career. That's a lot.
Going through the gears. Beautiful, beautiful shot. Phil Salt.
Yeah, he's not really found his touch before this in the competition, Phil Salt, not in a big way.
Oh yes! Oh yes, yes, yes! Mohamed Hafiz saving the best till last.
The 6 puts another 20,000 rupees in the Galutlo kitty, but this was an absolute gift for Hafiz. He doesn't have to hit them overly hard. He times those as much as he times anything else. It's a good swing, it's a short arm jab, it's a flick of the wrist, but it goes a long way.
Big, big strike again. And all the way. Heave leg side. Oh, nearly, nearly, nearly. We see these catches taken time and time again, but it's not quite going for the Sultans tonight.
Our little lad's enjoying that. 50 partnership comes up with this, beautifully struck again. Just a little flat compared to where he wanted it, but still just enough.
And was striking at about 160 odd. And then you had Phil Salt to put a bit of the old icing on the cake. So to get 180, 182 in fact, was always going to be challenging with runs on the board here.
Quite a bit slower, or into the pitch today. Lovely shot. Has he found the gap? Yes, he has. Now then, now perhaps they can get something going.
Early confidence booster for him, just a little bit short, but nicely timed. Just wide of the short extra cover and just wide of the man in the deep as well. So perfectly placed.
Finds the gap again. Wonderful batting. Well, there's a great atmosphere out. out there now, and it's just beginning to hot up because I think everyone watching, certainly at the ground. Oh, what a shot! What a shot! Don't bother thinking about catching that. That is 3 sixes in a row for the Kalandars.
2 sixes in the last two balls of the last over. First of this one. 18 runs and 3 deliveries. This time Phil Salt.
Certainly was, and scoreboard pressure really was the difference once again. And we're just seeing this total buck of the trend from the first 6 or 7 games. Now every side that bats first is winning. Scoreboard pressure, we don't know what to do with it.
And I'd have to say, for me personally, and I know what my colleagues think as well, but the 22 yards, just a little on the slow side. I think in a way, if you're brave enough, and they did it here about 3 PSLs ago, I reckon it was about 2019, it had a bit of grass on it and it went through with pace. The odd one we've seen keep a bit low. Others will say, well, good for the spinners. Rashid Khan enjoyed himself, didn't he?
बोल्ड हो गए, दोबारा आगे चले गए थे, अपनी लेग स्टंप को एक्सपोज किया।
दोबारा से क्रीज का इस्तेमाल किया रिजवान ने, लेकिन इस बार लाइन बिल्कुल ठीक थी और ऑफ द लेग्स बोल्ड हो गए, बिल्कुल भी कनेक्शन नहीं बना पाए रिजवान, और एक बहुत बड़ी विकेट हासिल की है लाहौर कलंदर ने इस मौके पर।
विलन करार नहीं दे सकते, यहाँ बाल बचे और आउट करार दिया गया।
Pitching in line and make the 5 balls, wicket from 5 ball, go to on-field umpire. I'll let you know when you should make your signal me. Thank you. Well done.
Important game for Lahore, of course, and they're on top at the moment.
So, your pace on, grips a little. I'd just like to see it a little bit more consistent and sliding on that much better for the batsman to get on with it and play a few more shots. And also the quick men, they like it going through a bit more consistently as well. So, yeah, I just think it may be a little bit slow, Erin.
And how about Zaman Khan? He was absolutely brilliant with the ball again. An emerging player. He's been thrust into the spotlight. He now finds himself bowling the very last over at the death in each and every game. But he's really standing up to the task.
And having your skipper, who is young himself, let's be real, isn't it? Shaheen Shah Afridi, I think he's only about like 22, 23. And to have him stand at mid-off and talk him through that bodes well for the future. So once again, the conveyor belt of quick men in this part of the world doing the job. So I'm very excited for Zaman Khan. Very good.
Bottom hand. Not enough of it! Gone! Yeah! Townsend.
With a bottom hand.
Another one! 6-1 down now. Time to celebrate. Zaman Khan. Oh, yes! Oh, yes! They come roaring back. It's huge as a victory, this.
A very exciting prospect for Lahore Kalandars moving forward. Obviously, they're the home team. They're back in their home ground and they came up with the goods. They defeated the Multan Sultans by 52 runs.